was Friday night, I'm faded, and I hop up in my Cadillac. I roll the windows down and I bump this track. The girls call me Willie, my friends call me Will. If you drop the first letter, I'm just mother freaking ill.
Drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the
What's up, ladies and gents? This is IDAHODUB with another Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. I am playing Domination on Nuketown, and if you weren't aware, they actually have a 24/7 Nuketown game type set up. It's double experience all weekend, and it's just Nuketown, and it's all different game types. And I'm loving it because I love Nuketown, and it doesn't seem like it pops up as much as it used to. The only problem I have with it is they're allowing people to play free for all, and so there'll be like, people in there, and we're playing team deathmatch or domination, big team games, like 5 or 6 people on a team, and then they'll switch over to free for all, and it gets extremely hectic with all those people playing free for all. Basically, you spawn and you die, so that's the only downfall to it, but I'm loving the double experience 24/7 Nuketown right now. So for this video, we're going to talk about graduation, and more importantly, life after graduation. As most of you probably know, if you live in the States, this is the time of year when people graduate from college, high school, elementary school, wherever you're graduating from, and it's a big deal. It's exciting. You're done with whatever school you're done with, and you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life. Now, I'm going to focus primarily on graduating from college because that's like the biggest step. I mean, after high school, it's a big deal. You're getting ready to go to college. But after college, there is no more school. It's the real world. And it can be very draining and scary. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that can, a whole bunch of emotions that you can feel after you graduate from college. So that's what we're going to focus on. So obviously, the first thing after you graduate college that you want to do is get a job. Now, the best choice, or the best option, is to try and lock down a job before you graduate via internships or something. But if you don't have a job when you graduate, you're going to have to find one because you just spent all this money, and there's a grace period for your student loans, but that's going to run out in a few months, and you have to start paying those back. So you're looking for a job, and it can be draining. It can be really tough because there's a lot of people that you just graduated with that are looking for jobs as well, plus the people from previous years that are looking for jobs. And our economy sucks right now. The job market's not huge. There's not a lot of jobs out there. So it can be really tough, and it's easy to get down on yourself. And I know this because when I graduated college, I didn't have a job. I had a part-time job, which was like a crappy college job. I was actually washing cars for a rental car place. So that sucked. That's obviously not what I wanted to do with my career. So it was very draining, and it was tough, and I kind of got down on myself because I'm applying to all these jobs. And if any of you have ever applied to a job, you know that every company has their own process. It can take a couple hours to complete their application, answer some questionnaires, update your resume, cover letter, all that stuff. So it's very draining and it's very time consuming. And what I found out firsthand is just because you have a degree does not mean that you're going to get a job. There are a lot of people out there with college degrees. In my graduating class alone, we had like 4,500 people. And there's a lot of colleges in the country that have graduating classes every year, and there's people who are just as qualified, if not more qualified, than you are for the position. So if you don't have something to separate yourself from the rest of the crowd, like I didn't, like my resume wasn't impressive. I don't have any internships on there. I didn't have any extracurricular activities for college. And when you graduate college, you can't really put your high school stuff on there. They don't care about that. Like, you're going into the workplace, they don't care about that. And really, they shouldn't. I mean, you've changed a lot probably from high school all the way to the end of college. So my first piece of advice for you recent college graduates is to keep your options open. And what I mean by that is, when you went to school, you just spent the last 4 or 5 years with one focus on a certain field, right? So mine was HR, and that's human resources for those of you who don't know the abbreviation. And you studied with that one focus in mind, and you have one goal, and that's to get a job in that field. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get a job in that field. So you should keep your options open. And when looking for jobs, you should, yes, look for a job in your respective field, but you should also look for other career options, viable career options. And look for a company that maybe you can get a job in there, like an entry-level job that may not be in your field, but it's with a good company, and you'll have the potential to move. Blackbird. So before I was rudely interrupted by the Blackbird, I was saying that you want to be able to get into a company where you'll have the ability to move into the position or the career field that you eventually want to get into. And really, when you graduate college, you shouldn't be so worried about getting a job in the field that you want to work in. You know, especially now, there's just not a lot of jobs out there. And when a good job comes up that you may be able to get, you should go for it and try to position yourself for the future to get into the career you want to get into.
Who let the dogs out?
So my next piece of advice, and this maybe should have been first, but my next piece of advice is to stay motivated, stay focused, and keep your eye, this is going to sound corny, but keep your eye on the prize. And it's very hard to do, and I'm kind of a hypocrite because I did not do this when I had my crappy job washing cars. I didn't stay focused, and I was very down on myself because, you know, you get back from your crappy job and you don't want to apply to jobs, you know, because it's very time consuming. And when I was hearing back from these jobs that I had applied to, they were just basically calling me to deny me and say that I wasn't qualified. And so it's easy to get down on yourself. So you need to go into applying for the job, and this can actually apply to anything, taking tests, whatever, you know, you can apply this to anything. You need to go in with the mindset that, like, look, there might be some failure. I might not get the job. I might not get the test score that I want. You know, keep in mind that there could be some degree of failure. But to stay motivated and stay focused, you need to set some time aside to get the things done that you need to do. Obviously, we'd all much rather be doing stuff that's fun than boring, but when there's something that needs to be done, it's probably not going to be fun. And that rhymed. Yes, that did rhyme. So you need to stay focused. And what I do is I set some goals. So, you know, I would, after I got out of my depressed stage, I was like, you know what, I'm going to apply to this many jobs a day. And when I get done with work, I'm not going to do anything else. That means no Black Ops until I apply to this many jobs. And do that and put all the effort you have into applying for those jobs and make sure that you reach that goal before you do anything else. And this doesn't just have to be for a job. This can be for anything. Now, obviously, this is only going to apply to stuff that you don't really want to do, because obviously if you want to do something, you're not going to need any motivation to do something. Like, I don't need motivation to sit down and play Black Ops. You know, this is only going to apply to stuff that you don't want to do, but you probably need to do, and in the long run, it's probably going to benefit you. And really, if you just get the stuff done that you need to get done, you're going to feel much better about yourself, and it's going to help you out in the long run. And you'll look back and you'll be like, you know what, this paid off. So stay motivated, try to stay focused, keep your options open if you just graduated. And then for those of you who are actually still in high school, maybe you're going into your senior year and you're kind of worried, like, I got to take the ACTs or the SATs this year, whatever test your school takes, and you have to pick a college out and all that stuff, and student loans, you're worried about everything. You know, just relax and try to stay motivated, because I'll let you know, I was a terrible student in high school, and I'm surprised I actually got into a university. But keep your options open. Like I said, this applies for you too. You don't have to go to the university, the big university, right when you graduate. It's okay to go to community college, kick it there for a few years, get your generals out of the way, you know, and then transfer to the big university and get your degree. You know, it's okay to do that. Keep your options open. You can always get whatever you want to do done. You know, it might take some time, but you can get it done. Stay focused. Stay motivated and set some goals for yourself. I'm a procrastinator and I'm kind of lazy sometimes, so, you know, sometimes people need that. Just in some of our natures, you know, we need to set goals for ourselves and have something to achieve. But that's my 2 cents. That's my speech for the year, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Congrats to everybody who has graduated, and good luck on the next phase of your life. And stay motivated, like I said. You guys are my motivation. That's all I need. I'll read the comments. I get motivated to make some videos. But I'm about to wrap this up. I'm not gonna play any more duty this weekend, I think. It's a beautiful day here in Portland. I think I'm just gonna go enjoy the sun. Maybe record a vlog for my other channel. But I appreciate all of you watching. I really, really, really do. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Man, I beasted this game. There's a few more deaths than I wanted, but still, beast mode nonetheless. But thank you all again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Drop to the